Okay, I kind of feel like a YouTuber right now. I'm not a YouTuber. Okay. I don't know where to start. I'm nervous. So, I struggle. I struggle. I struggle a lot with, like, making sure that what someone has said, they still mean it, like, later on, or, like, feeling like someone still cares about me, or they still, like, want me around, or, like, whatever, like, all the time. Like, I just am all the time. I just feel like I burden people constantly. And family and friends oftentimes get like annoyed by that, or it drives them crazy that I am constantly like I don't want to like impose, or I don't want to whatever it is. Like, my really close friends are constantly like, of course we want you to come with us, like why wouldn't we want you to hang out with us? Or like, this one friend invited me to like a girls night party thing, and I talked myself out of going because it was just a long story. Well, a couple days later when we were talking about it, I told her that I didn't want to go, or I wanted to go but I didn't go because I just felt, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, it's possible, slim chance, that I'm the only one on this entire earth that feels that way. But it's also very possible that a lot of people feel this way. That a lot of people constantly feel like they need constant like reassurance from other people, and constant like they just constantly need to know that like wherever they are that they're okay, or that whoever they're around still wants them to be around. And there are a handful of people who don't struggle with that are like, they only need to be told once that they're wanted, or they don't question whether someone loves them because they just know that that person cares about them, and that's great. If someone has that confidence, that's superb. But there are people who don't have that. There are people who have anxiety with that, that like just question if they're wanted around, or that like make sure that they're invited. They don't just assume that they're invited to go somewhere with someone, or that they're welcome somewhere. And I think that there are a lot of different reasons why someone could struggle with that. For me, I grew up around people a lot of times who, there were a lot of situations that weren't always kid friendly, and there were people that I wanted to be around that I knew that I couldn't, or there are people that I didn't want to be around that I had to be with because of the situation. I won't go into too much detail. And there are a lot of people that I grew up with that I questioned if they really cared about me or loved me or whatever. And I know there's a lot of people that, I mean, not that I know, but I'm assuming that there are people who have had that also. Or, you know, like abusive relationships. If someone is married to someone who is abusive to them and they get out of that relationship, getting into another relationship for them is really hard. And learning to like trust that person's intentions and that person's love for them, it's hard. So I just feel like just not standing up, because that sounds like I'm doing a movement, and I'm not doing a movement. More like I know that I get like that, and I know that I annoy myself when I'm like constantly in my head wondering, like, does this person want to like hang out with me? Does this person want to be my friend? Does like, it drives me crazy. And I know that it can be frustrating and hard for people that are in my life who haven't dealt with that, or maybe have but can't exactly relate to it. It makes it hard for them too. So if you struggle with that, I understand how it feels, and I just wanted to say that it has been getting better slowly. Lots of freedom prayer at my church, with like my pastor, and forgiving certain people in my life, and just making good relationships in my life where I know I'm safe, and I know that I can talk to them about whatever it is that I'm struggling with, has made it better. I'm not 100% like with it yet. So to anyone else who is struggling with this, I definitely feel that way, and I question it all the time, and I am emotional about it because it's hard. So if that's something that you also can't always like work on, I understand, and it does get better. And if you used to deal with it and you're like, you don't deal with it anymore, let me know how you did it. Because like I said, it's still something that is hard for me. And it is like, it makes relationships and friendships that are so important to me so hard, because I am very easily offended. I'm not really offended, but I get my feelings hurt so easily because I overanalyze in my head what someone means when they say something, so it makes it so hard to be around me. Like, because I can get so like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But I don't know, I just feel like so many people struggle with this too, and no one talks about it. Like, people talk about anxiety, people talk about depression, people talk about suicide, people talk about self-harm, people talk about so many internal struggles that they deal with, and this is one of them. Like, just wondering if you are enough for those that are around you, or maybe, this is part of anxiety, really, so I guess it goes into that category, but I don't know. I am still going to work on this and still going to try to get better, and I encourage anyone who is dealing with what I'm dealing with or has something similar to continue working on it, and reach out. Don't be afraid to like ask questions. Just still ask for reassurance. I always do, and it drives people crazy, but you just need it sometimes. You just need that reassurance. You won't always need it, but it's okay. And I have to remind myself that. And this is more for myself too, more than anything. But I don't know. It's easy to often feel like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. Okay. This was supposed to be a short video, and this is really long, so I'm gonna cut it over here. Maybe this made no sense and it didn't help anybody, and it's probably just for my own personal whatever, but we'll see. I'm not good at this.